looks like several are on here. This is only kind of phase one, like just let's put it this way. It's the tip of the iceberg in terms of what Canva has to offer, but a presentation within Canva becomes automatically more engaging and has a lot of interactivity features and capabilities to it. So even just by trying out a template and using a Canva presentation and embedding it into your Blackboard Ultra course, you're already providing a lot of avenues for engagement for your students. Okay, we're going to talk about the templates and how many there are to offer, and that it cuts down on the work time like quite a bit for instructors. The elements are all the features that you can add to the components, such as pictures, text, shape, things like that. The design are ways that you can personalize the way that it looks in terms of color palette, the scheme, etc. And then we're going to finalize by saying ways that you can share it out to your students and how you can live embed it within your Blackboard Ultra courses. And there's a couple ways and areas in which to navigate to templates. So I'm going to kind of show you the first way. This presentation itself is a template, of course. So I didn't do hardly any of the editing aside from the text that I modified, the images that I decided to place. Really, a lot of it was pre-work done by the template, which saves you a ton of time. So I like to go to the home area of Canva, and I like to navigate right away to the templates area, which is right here. So right when you log into Canva, you'll be able to see that. And it says search thousands of templates, and that's truly what it is. I mean, you can categorize it by the type of template that you want, and that's usually what I do. So if I am particularly filtering and looking for a presentation, these are all presentations. Then I can choose further and filter based on this one I've done for this presentation, the blue and gold, because it tied in with the black color scheme. And that's how I found the template that I've currently used. And then again, I create that filter of the presentations. I apply it. Now I know I'm looking only at presentations, and you'll see the one that I used for today's presentation right here. So as you click on it, you get a little preview. It kind of shows you the file slide layout as you hover over it. And then when I click on it, again, I can choose to customize this template, or I can scroll down below and I can see others that are very similar to this in terms of the color choice or the theme or even the content, because you can type in for certain content that you're looking for. If I want a presentation related to employee training, that's what I could be looking for. Okay, so and then as soon as I would click on customize this template, it would automatically put it within my home space and in my design, like my projects area. And then I'd be able to customize it to whatever extent I wanted, which is, what I did for our presentation today. So those are templates. The elements are located then here on the left-hand side as you are within your project space once you've gone into your presentation. And the elements, the amount of possibilities are endless here. There's so many features to it. There are pictures and graphics and videos that you can have in the background. You can insert shapes. You can do polls and quizzes, and that's a newer one. That's going to be a later phase Canva presentation that we're going to talk about later on. But yeah, there are all of these elements features that you can just quickly and easily add into your presentation. So what we did last time is we talked about a frame. We have a frame right here, and this picture frame is something that was used right here, for example. So they had a different default picture that was on this template, and a frame by clicking this and inserting it into, I'm going to unlock the page here really quick, by inserting this frame into the slide that I'm on, I can insert any picture or graphic into it, and it will automatically change its resolution and size. Perhaps it doesn't do it with a graphic, actually. It'll change the resolution and size of that image to just fit within that frame and make it look really nicely formatted. So frames are a really great feature of the elements that you have here. So moving on from there, I want to talk about the design. I like to navigate to that space a lot as well, because then you can personalize the look with the text and the color. So that's up here in the top left-hand corner as well, up above elements. And I'm going to go back to like the default page here. There's 3 areas, like sub kind of areas within this design. So here's another place that you can access the templates again. So this is the current one that I'm on. These are my recently used, but these are other templates that I can change to if all of a sudden I decide I want to go another route or another area with my template. Layout is in the design area as well. It takes a while to load. I'm going to unlock the page. But what it does is it takes the current style of the exact slide that you're on, but then it tries to offer a variety of different formats and layouts of how that slide could look if you liked it and you wanted to change it. And then finally, styles are color palettes, but also ways to match it with a certain font that just look really nicely, professionally edited and formatted for you. So you can choose a different color palette to apply just to this slide, or I can do it to the entire presentation. So if I were to pick this right here, for example, it would just start to apply it to my given slide, and then I could apply it to all of my slides within this presentation. Canva's really thinking. I'm stumping it today. There we go. So I've applied it just to this slide. I could do it to all my pages. And I also really like this shuffle feature because it allows you to find the color combination that you prefer most. So out of the 3 that I saw thus far, this one I would pick. Right, and I could apply it to the entire. Then it does a font set for you as well. It does combinations for you, where it's picking not just the color, but a really good font that might go well with it that you like. And there's tons of them in here. So that's fun to mess with and tinker with. And you can even save previous versions that you've done. So perhaps you really like this series of combination right here with the colors that I have and the bold fonts that are shown. I could save this for future use in other projects or in other presentations to provide consistency to it if that's what you prefer. So the last piece to talk about, you might have extra time to experiment and ask questions, which is always good, are all the ways in which that you can share this with your students. There's several different ways to do it. You can download it, you can print it, you can then also embed it as a live presentation within Blackboard Ultra, like we've been saying, so that all students have to do is refresh their screens and they'll see the most updated live version of this presentation in your Blackboard course. So you want to go up to here to the share button in the top right hand corner, and all of these are available right here. So if I wanted to give someone specific access, I could do so. If I knew their email address, you can push it out through email. But this is what I did for the purposes of the presentation today so far. This collaboration link, anyone with this link that I'm about to copy would be able to edit the presentation. And that's exactly what I did. I hit copy link, and then I provided that to you on that document page in Blackboard, but we also pushed it out in the link of the chat here as well. So that's something you can do. You can download it in a ton of different formats. So you'll see the file type where you can click on the down arrow. You have PDF. I could download this as a PowerPoint. If it had some animations and movement to it, you would ideally pick this, an MP4 video, and it'll give you that default messaging as well if it sees that you have animations on it. A JPEG image, PNG, there's tons of these. So you can download it. And you can decide to download all of the pages within this entire slideshow, or I could do only certain pages if I wanted by clicking or unclicking on these as well. So that's a nice feature as well. And then you have even more. We have even more. So there's see all ways that we can push this out. But here's the last thing I really wanted to show you and how we live embed it. It's clicking on this link, and it's called an HTML embed link. Here it is, HTML embed code. By copying this is what gets it to you in Blackboard, and this is what live updates it for you. So we copy it from here, we carry over to our Blackboard, and this is how I did it. So I'm just going to do it a secondary instance, okay? And I'm going to add an HTML block of content instead of a regular content block. It's going to be HTML. I'm going to simply paste that coding in there, and I'm going to click out of it And then there is my Canva presentation live and embedded, and it will update as I make changes to it in Canva.
We hope you found this tutorial helpful and are excited to apply these tips to enhance your course content. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update from Seidel. If you have questions or suggestions for future videos, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and happy designing.